Happy Pride, a little story about when your moans are not moaning anymore. I will never forget it. It was 2.5 years ago, and I had to go on testosterone. For anybody that's new, my name's Marty. I'm a woman of a teen trans experience that started in 1977 when I was 15. So yeah, I've been through a lot of stuff, and there's not a lot of us around, so this is why I'm doing this video right now. It gets so frustrating because, again, here I am with a blood test about the testosterone that I've been taking for 2.5 years, and I'm perplexed. So a little backstory, I went back on hormones after being off of them for about 12 years, estrogen. Because there's a lot of stroke in my family and stuff, I just, after I had my bottom surgery in 1997, about a few years later, I thought, I'm not making any testosterone now, let's just just come off everything, right? And just see. And I was fine for a long time. And I was really into yoga and really into like, vegetarian and stuff. And I was doing fine until I started hitting my 50s. So the pinnacle at my 50s was like the best shape I was ever in when as a woman and as a trans woman. I just felt amazing. But then as I started to enter the middle of that decade, I started feeling really, really tired and lethargic and absolutely no libido. And I'd just gotten remarried too. And that could have been because of other things too, because I had divorced this supposedly the love of my life, and I could not believe that it turned out the way it did. And we had an amazing, intimate life, and I was completely turned off of, I was always triggered when it came to, being intimate after that, So a lot to unpack there was anyway. Oh, look at my hair. I'm letting the natural Arctic highlights come in. Yes. Anyways. So about 3.5 years ago, I went back on estrogen, and because my doctor said that I sounded like I was menopausal. So, because that's what happens. It's like any human on earth, it's like your hormones go whack as you get older, right? And endocrinology will be the thing for everybody, It's just not looked at right now, for holistic health. Everybody needs to, if they wish, they could be topped up with one or the other, hormone, testosterone or estrogen, right? Your levels are weird. And if you're fine with it, you're fine with it. But a lot of people get better quality of life being on extra hormones as you're depleting it. So it's not really a trans thing, it's a human thing. Anyways, back to my testosterone update. So I started getting tests back from blood tests back for my testosterone, and they've been creeping up. I've had 3, and this one just blew me away. And I was only taking testosterone. Well, I was initially. I was doing 1 pump every day, and then because I told him that my intimate life was kind of gone south, so he said, "Well, do it every day." He says, "But if it gets too crazy," he says, "go to 3 times a week." And I didn't really know what he meant, except, until after. Let's just say it was all hours of the night that I was like, doing my dilation stuff, my exercises that you're supposed to do. And it's like, having fun for the first time for a long time. But it was out of control. So I went back to 3 times a week. So I was tested when I was doing 5 times a week, and they had gone up, substantially. Nothing odd, but it is a little bit more than what a assigned female at birth, or a biological woman would have, right? But way less than a male should have, like 10 times less. But this time I took it, and it had tripled, and I'd gone back to 3 times a week, only 3 times a week, and it tripled. So I don't know why. It's like my body is just holding on to it, or it's building up. Maybe some of my trans male friends can tell me about that, but it's bizarre. And I do take estrogen. I take, actually I'm taking 2 pumps at night of the estrogel, so that's 2.5 milligrams. I was only taking 1 pump, but Sweet and Saucy Sophia told me that I needed more, so I started it more because I was doing the bare minimum. So anyways, that's my hormone update, and yeah, make sure you see a qualified endocrinologist to get your levels checked. Even if you're not trans, it's like, get your levels checked. You know, suffering is optional. Okay, love you guys. Bye. Happy Pride.